Hey, Ryan, we have a guest this week, and I really hope they cut the mustard.
Oh boy, I was waiting for it. There you go. Great job, Lorraine.
Thanks.
Yes, we have Donald Mustard, who is the worldwide creative director for Fortnite over at Epic Games. I love all that. I think what also makes me jazzed is the ways that you and the Fortnite team are integrating Marvel and Marvel lore and Marvel continuity into everything. And on the flip side, how that reflects back on us, because, Marvel, we have the Marvel stable of characters, but there's always like certain diversions. And I think of like Conan is the most famous non-Marvel character that is part of Marvel continuity. And now we've got
not anymore.
I know, now we've got like Marvel characters plucked from their in continuity moments, taken out of what they're doing in some cases, or with Thor, like fully folding it in, and that becomes part of the Marvel history. When we write the history of the Marvel universe, part 5, in 20 years, like there's the section where the characters are on the island.
Oh man, just you wait. We're just getting started. So this is where, so all of us, when we said, like, this has been years in the making. So it's been at least, I don't know, almost 2 years since Dan and Bill and Joe, like all of us were sitting down. Like I was in New York, like we were just like, okay, what if we did this thing? What if we did this crazy stuff? And what if it's all part of continuity? Like, how do we make it really authentic? Like, this is what we all care about the most. Like, everything we ever do in Fortnite, our approach is, how can we do it in a way that is not just authentic, but it feels like it's born out of true love of just doing something awesome, right? And what's awesome is there a way that it can genuinely be all folded together, and could we work that out? And so, Marvel fans might not know this, but we have this continuity in Fortnite, and I've always loved, I love all the Marvel books, and I knew, the films were just kind of wrapping up with all the Thanos kind of storyline and stuff, and I'm like, okay, what would, in the Marvel universe, like what would be the thing that would kind of trigger this moment? I'm like, of course, it's Galactus. Like, Galactus is the Eater of Worlds, and we had this moment in Fortnite that happened actually about a year ago, where this stuff was happening on the island, and all this stuff happened with this thing in Fortnite called the 0 Point, where the 0 Point kind of reorganized all the matter around the island and kind of created this new island. And then that's the point where all of us, like on the Marvel side and on the Fortnite side, that's the moment that attracted Galactus. Galactus kind of felt this reorganizing of reality, and was like, there's this energy source at the kind of the center of everything. And if I can consume that, I can consume not just the Marvel reality, I can consume everything. And so he just started moving towards that. And so we knew in the background, like, Galactus is feeling this and is on his way. So we knew that a year ago. So even though we hadn't revealed that to players, like, that was in our mind, that was the inciting event that attracted his attention. And so we've been plotting this for a long, long time and trying to lay little seeds in. And so, when with Donnie's kind of comic of bringing Thor into it, so we're like, okay, we want it to be Galactus, so the current Herald is Thor, and so how do we just like weave that all in an authentic way? And here we are.
Yeah. Did you get to actually like work with Donnie on some of the comic book stuff and the integration stuff?
Absolutely. So I mean, this was from day one. It was all the awesome. Again, it was, and we were all collaborating for many, many, many months, years, like planning this out. And so, Donnie and I worked very, very closely together to do this.
That's pretty amazing. And right now, as we're recording, we've just gotten Wolverine. He's just started to roll out into the game. For you, when you see what is in there right now, what's coming in this season, what are your favorite Marvel outfits and executions, the things you're excited for the fans to check out?
So this really is. So we've had a few Marvel characters and a few Marvel outfits appear in Fortnite before this season, and a lot of that was intentional as well. Some of the earliest stuff was actually more on the MCU side, where it was the Russos and Kevin Feige and I like figuring out how do we do cool stuff with Infinity War and with Endgame. But even then, it was starting to build up. Like, how do we start to build it into this kind of bigger and longer? And this is like the reason why we called even this season Nexus War is this is just the start. This is the start of lots of stuff we have planned for many years in this Marvel integration. Like, this is not the end. This is the beginning. And so we thought that a good, kind of POV character that could start to really set this up would be Deadpool, because of its kind of fourth wall breaking abilities. That's why kind of Deadpool kind of came in earlier this year to kind of set this up a little bit. And then we hinted with Cap coming in around like 4th of July. So it was all kind of like building to this moment. But yes, this is kind of a way for me to go, who are my favorite characters ever, right? And like, I am, I love all the characters so much, right? So I'm like, gotta have Cap, I gotta have Iron Man, I gotta have Wolverine, like I gotta have. I mean, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this. There's more characters that are coming, even in this season, and like, I mean, this is a dead giveaway, but I'll still say it in a more cryptic way. Like, I think living with fear is a bad thing, and people without fear, and others, like many others, and we're even now we're plotting out kind of what are some of the big cool things that we're doing even into next year and the year after that, and so that's really it. Is I have so many favorite characters that's going to take years to get them all into this world, but it's not even just for me. It's more just going back to that, that kid who was drawing book covers for the comic book store and begging to get how to draw comics the Marvel way when I'm a teenager. It's like, what does that kid need to see? Like, how can you kind of empower that fantasy? So our hope is to bring everyone you love into this world in an authentic way.
I look forward to seeing MODOK in Fortnite in short order. As you can see behind me, he is the greatest character ever.
MODOK is amazing, and so it's really just thinking, like, again, it has to all be in an authentic way. So it's like, if MODOK learned that there was a slice of reality where Fortnite exists, and you don't have enough context yet, and the players don't have enough context yet of what's actually going on in the world of Fortnite, but I think MODOK would be very interested in what's going on there, and maybe there's a way he plays into that at some point.
Yeah, I like it. This gotta be jazz, man. It's real fun, and I love the possibilities and the care and attention that is being put into all this. It's something that is really important to not just the Marvel fans, which of course it is, but like everyone at Marvel, and to see how this is done and see it's done so lovingly is fabulous. So,
well, and to me, it's just that. It's just like, we're all fans, right? And so if someone comes to me or to the team, and it's like we get our chance, like we get our moment to try and tell a story in the Marvel universe. Like, how can we do that? One, how can we tell a story that maybe hasn't quite been told before? And two, how can we do it again in a way that feels like it's truly authentic and something that is the Marvel way that they'd be proud of? And so that's it. That's our razor.
There you go. I love it. Donald, thank you so much for being on the show, and maybe we'll have to catch up with you after some time, and some things have further changed on the island.
That's right. That would be awesome. Thank you so much.